Hello, everybody. So, I wanted to hop on really quick and do like a realization and an appreciation and proud video today. So, I had my therapy appointment yesterday, and in it, I was telling her all like the updates that have been going on. And as I was running through my list of all the things that were happening, she asked me if I've been dissociating. Now, a lot of people know I'm very open about my struggles with dissociation. I have a pretty high on the spectrum issues with depersonalization and derealization, which are both types of dissociation. That is usually my safe place. In the mental health group on Facebook, when I first started it, I was talking about how often I dissociate. So derealization is not feeling like anything around you is real. Depersonalization is taking like a step back out of yourself to the point that, in my experience, I don't feel pain, I don't feel emotions, I'm just like a robot shell. So, anyways, she had asked me about my any of the depression or the dissociations or any of that stuff. And, I had to stop and think about it for a second. And I said, you know what? I don't think that I've dissociated at all. I felt it try to come in a couple of times. And when I would feel it, I sit down and concentrate on my breathing until it starts to feel like it's going away and I can get back to myself again, and then I can go about my business. And she asked me, she's like, do you realize how much of a huge step that is from when you first started therapy? And I started therapy, I want to say it was almost 4 years ago now. And I was dissociating just about every other day at that point. And with my dissociations, when I start to come out of the dissociation, it wouldn't exactly take me out of the dissociation. It would send me into a massive depression. And I have been having a little bit of problems with some depression, but it's not like going on for days at a time. And thinking about how far it's come with not only my therapy, but with everything else that I've been trying to do, realizing how different it is now than when I first started, I don't know if I would have been able to handle everything that I'm going through right now if it had been before I started my therapy. Now, I'm not going to push anybody to go and seek out a therapist. I know that people find healing in multiple different ways. And I had read a study at one point that said that talk therapy is only like 20% of your actual healing. So I'm never going to force anyone to go. I will suggest it, and I will tell you that it has helped me a great deal. But I wanted to give those people that are going through or just starting out their journey or have been going through it for a while and not realizing how far you're coming. This situation was absolutely horrifying. But I can find things in it where I realize how much I have grown. And I realized how much I now have a sense of who I am. And I think that the biggest part that I have found in all of this has been what my morals are, what is my boundaries, and what my hopes are for my future. And it's making it easier to guide everything else. Like it used to be, when new information would come in or something would happen, I would get so overwhelmed that my brain would stop working and it would basically be as useful as pudding. And then I would go into a dissociation, and then I would be in a depression for sometimes that would last for months. So I just want to give hope to the people out there that are just starting this journey or are feeling so frustrated with it or don't see the sense of bringing up their past and rehashing it all over again because you don't think that it's going to make any difference. Well, I'm going to tell you that it makes a huge difference. It did for me. And I've also been able to turn these horrible things that happen into lessons and say, okay, what can I do in the future? What do I have to change about myself in order to make sure that these things don't happen again? So I have been getting some people very angry with me because they seem to think that after you speak for a couple of days over Messenger on Facebook, that means that you're going to want to meet up. And as soon as they seem to see a female that's single, apparently that means get right on into the DMs and start being disgusting. And, you know, a couple of years ago, if that stuff would have happened, it would have made me feel better about myself. As sad as it is to sound, the moronic individuals that think that that stuff is classy used to give me a boost to my ego. And this time it just doesn't. It doesn't. It makes me feel sick. If these people have absolutely no ambition to even pay attention to the things that are going on in a person's life or get to learn anything about them outside of what they look like, I just don't have any use for you. I really don't. So that in itself is a huge thing. I'm really hoping, although I have said that it's going to be a very long time before I even want to start meeting people. And that's not only for romantic relationship wise, that's for anyone. Just if these people that don't think before they say something would just take a moment and say, a marriage was ruined not even 2 months ago over my partner being alleged with being sexually inappropriate with underage females. That in itself for any normal person would be a lot to handle. And then you throw my past trauma on top of it. Imagine what my brain is going through. And then on top of it, you have people thinking that you want to rush right out and find another partner to bring into your safety, into your circle, into around your children. No, I do not. Thank you very much. If you're on my page because you like the way I look, get the hell off. Get off my page. There's so much more to people than the outside looks. And that's what I used to use, was just my looks. But there's no reason why a female cannot post photos of herself that make her feel better about herself and trying to encourage other women to feel safe and secure in their bodies. And the moment that we do, there's a bunch of dogs in our DM. Not only that, why would you guys want somebody that's just getting out of such a nasty relationship? Why would you even want to start something? Do you think that the trust is going to be there? No, sir. So, I know that this is an encouraging video, and you know what? Being able to say no and that I don't owe somebody the use of my body is very important and very empowering to me, because I have gone my entire life not feeling like I had any say over my body. Now I do. Now I know what I deserve. And it's not any of this.